Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We're back, man. We're back. Uh, Day 5 of Cult of the Lamb today. I'm excited. We're trying to push this last, or potentially last biome that, we got through the 4 main ones. And, it'll be us headed towards what will potentially be kind of end game here a little bit. I'm assuming. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See if that's kind of the last of what we got content wise for Cult of the Lamb for now. I'm guessing they'll come out with some new content as we move forward, and we'll see if we keep getting some chances to play it as more content comes to us. But so far, the game's been a lot of fun, and we'll keep pushing today. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. I hope everybody had a great weekend. And let's do what we do. Let's get over here and get into the video gaming news segment, all right? Then we'll do our gamings. So probably some Cult of the Lamb and a little bit of Shatterline today. That's probably the play. Let's go. Cool. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we kind of saw it. So a ton of videos leaked, apparently that are unofficially, but very likely from Grand Theft Auto 6. We watched one of them yesterday. We read an article yesterday in the news segment, and try to stay away from any kind of DMCA stuff, copyright stuff. We went ahead and watched it after the news segment because I didn't want to deal with like Rockstar coming at us and trying to be like, yo, you got to take your news segment down, stuff like that. So we watched it after the fact, and it definitely looks very, very GTA. Yeah. So, and yeah, I mean, it gives you a look at, look, I mean, the development process behind a video game doesn't start with any kind of functional video game at all. It starts with planning, and then moves through an entire project development process. But the actual development of the game itself, it does give you a good idea of how the game at like certain at a certain point what it would look at like. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Pinky, what's up, buddy? Random mode time. Let's go, guys. That is me this morning. I feel like that's a pretty good depiction of how I'm looking this morning. Uh, that's cool, man. Right on. Nice. Yeah, yeah. I think that's a great thing. I think getting people more, giving people more insight to what all it takes and the actual pieces of the puzzle that have to come together for a game to be developed and become a fully fledged piece of software to get published. And it's a great thing. It's a great thing. It's easy for us, most of us, anyways, to sit back and talk about the negatives we see in the games, but quite often we don't know exactly what all it takes to get those titles developed and pushed out. And I try to make sure that I let everybody know that I'm very aware that video game development is not necessarily an easy thing, but it doesn't, take away from the fact that if you're going to be in game development, you still need to, no matter how hard it is, yeah, a quality product is still needed, right? But that's cool, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. You down for some Shatterline later today, man? Not a lot of news this morning yet. Oh, that's crazy. Modder brings first-person camera to Marvel Spider-Man. That's cool. Session Skate Sim releases date gameplay trailer. Let's take a look at that. New Xbox update for PC adds popular game tracking feature. Cool. I yesterday got highlights made of the endings of the base game and both the Heart of Stone and Blood and Wine DLC. So all the endings within the Witcher 3 playthrough for us. I have highlights made of all of them. I just haven't gotten those put into Discord or any other platform at this point yet. So they are highlights on the Twitch channel. They just have not been put anywhere else yet. So if anybody didn't get to see some of those endings and they were interested in taking a look, they are on the Twitch channel at this point. You can find them. And I will be working moving forward to make sure they are put on the other platforms we are a part of and put into some playlists on the Twitch channel moving forward too. I just didn't have time last night. But they are there. You can find them. Okay. Okay, cool, man. Look, dude, you can act like you're going to go to sleep at some point if you want, but I know better, okay? So I'll play along for now. No Place for Bravery, release date, gameplay, and trailer. Let's take a look at that. With $70 games and rising PS5 costs, let's talk Sony. New RDR remaster leak gets quickly probably shut down. Yeah, debunked. Okay. We'll take a quick look at that. Microsoft warns of large-scale click fraud campaign targeting gamers. We've seen some other stuff happening. There was a news article we read here over the past week targeting people on Steam as well, specifically competitive tournament-style players. You know, like links popping up, inviting them to tournaments and stuff that were fake, things like that. Be careful. Be careful, my gamer friends. Okay, let's pivot here. Alien Cube, really? It's on Steam? Let me finish pulling up these articles. We'll take a look at it real quick. Thanks, man. Shout out to our buddy Timwin today, man. Lost their 20-year-old cat. Losing pets always hurts, man. So, Steam Q, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll take a look at it, dude. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, shout out to Tinwin. It sucks, man. Uh, Tinwin's kitty died, man. It sucks. We already saw that yesterday. Yeah, we saw it. Everybody's flipping out because of GTA 6. You know, that's the way it works. We already have that up. Switch finally getting 2021 Game of the Year winner. Let's take a look at that. If you're interested, Elden Ring, the board game, is getting a Kickstarter. So that's not video gaming news, but we got a lot of fans of, like, you know, board games, D&D, stuff like that in the community. And if you're interested, maybe go check out Elden Ring's board game that's coming out. Yeah. Uh, this is what I was kind of looking at yesterday. The 5800X 3D. These are the processors I guess I was looking at. I thought the 7000 series was going to be putting the 3D on the end to get the it's the I think the level 3 cache is like doubled for memory size on these processors, and I thought they were elevating this incorporation from their 5000 lineup into their new 7000 lineup too, but maybe they just haven't done it yet. These are supposed to be really, really good for gaming. So if you guys are interested, take a look at that. AMD's got some good stuff going on with these X3D processors. Can relate. What happened, Pinky? Wait, what? Am I not aware of? Did you lose a pet too, dude? Did we talk about this? Yo, gamer, what's up, buddy? What's up? Game Master, God Mode, Guild Master. Yeah, the things, all the GMs. Plus, gamer. Good morning. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 finally bringing back long, probably some kind of long awaited feature. I think Pinky knows just mess with you. All right, man. Let's discuss something here. Oh, for real, dude. I'm sorry, man. Losing pets sucks, dude. Feels bad. That's a long life right there, too, though. 17 to 18 years, like that's a very long life for a cat. That's really good. That's nice, man. That's nice. A testament to the love and care there. Absolutely. Um, yeah. Look, man. I mean, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding the, you know, Twitch allowing gambling to happen on this platform for a long time, and we've got another situation where a very popular streamer is going through some issues because they lost a ton of money gambling. Look, man, gambling can be an addiction, just like so many other things in the world, and I don't know, man. I don't know how I necessarily feel about, like, it's not all like all this blame doesn't need to be put on Twitch. You know what I mean? I guess that's how I kind of feel about it. Uh, I guess where I see the issue is, like, even if Twitch bans it, it's still going to, people are still going to find ways to go participate in gambling as much as they want to. I know why a lot of people want Twitch to ban it is because of what it does in, especially very prominent, very popular streamers engaging in gambling online, and it sets this kind of tone or expectation for the people that are watching those streams that don't have an exponential amount of capital to utilize to just throw away, right? And risk on banking big to make that money back. So it sets false precedent for these individuals that go out and gamble, nice, yeah, gamble all in and you win, see? But I mean, look, if anything, I mean, we've talked about this, whether it be like gambling on like actual gambling sites on Twitch or whether it be loot boxing or what have you. I think the main thing here is that you try to educate young people and keep them away from accessing gambling and its content until they become of a more mature age in being able to handle that kind of content and understanding more about, engaging in certain kinds of behavior and consuming certain types of things in life in more of a moderate way rather than letting it take over your life. And just because you're an adult doesn't mean that that's necessarily going to be the case, but it's definitely better. It gives people a better chance anyways as an adult rather than as a child. So I think that's the big thing here. And I don't know. I don't know that necessarily Twitch banning it as a whole is solving the problem, man. I think at the very least, I think what Twitch should probably be doing is making it to where this type of content can only be streamed in 18 plus categories or what have you, and there has to be support educational links and things like that for anybody participating in gambling. I know it's tough to address, but just because Twitch bans it isn't going to get rid of the issues that gambling inherently brings along with it. But it is important to keep it away from children. I very much believe that. I very much believe it's important to keep gambling, whether it be actual gambling in this form where you're engaging in online casino or you're gambling in loot boxes or what have you, Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thought too. Yeah. Only allowed in hot tub category. Yeah, I mean, that's my thought too, gamer. Yeah. That's why, I mean, again, that's kind of been my play the whole time, even in the gaming industry. When you talk about, these incorporations that many companies have put into their gaming, these mechanics of loot boxes and things that are very, very similar and considered gambling quite often. I think the big thing there is trying to find ways to not allow kids to partake, children, to partake in those kinds of. I think that's the best thing that can happen, really. But an adult is an adult. Whether it be gambling or anything else in life, you got consequences that come along with actions, and if you're willing to risk the biscuit on taking your money and throwing it into a big gamble, then I mean that's something an adult's going to have to live with the consequences of. I mean, it just is what it is. About all I got for it. Um, will Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 be better than what? Let's see what that is. Looks like there's a new Fortnite season. See what's going on. Yeah, I mean that's kind of my. I mean that's what I was getting across to gamer. Yeah, and um, nothing really, right? I mean, to a great extent, if somebody really wants to gamble, um, they'll find another way to do it. I think the big thing for a lot of people is that on Twitch there is a good portion of viewers that are a younger audience, right? And I think that's where a lot of the disdain comes from, and the want for it to be banned is that it is a younger audience, at least a good portion, right? And it's just that same thing I was talking about, just not wanting kids to be disillusioned with these people that have a significant amount of capital to just push into gambling, and if they lose, they lose. It doesn't. I mean, it's like just chip damage to their wallet. You know what I mean? Um, Pinky, yeah. We'll see, dude. We'll see. So, I mean, because it presents this kind of facade that, like, and then when they win big, and then it makes other people feel like, oh, well, I can do that too. I can do that too, especially impressionable young minds, right? And I think that's the one of the biggest concerns with people on a platform such as this. So, but I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, they'll find somewhere else to watch it, and they'll find somewhere else to engage in it. It just that's the way of the world. Nintendo clears up confusion over the Legend of Zelda: The Kingdoms title. This is like the new Legend of Zelda coming out, which everybody had been referring to as Breath of the Wild 2, which has now been officially deemed Kingdoms. Legend of Zelda: Kingdoms what? Tears of the Kingdom, I think. We'll see what's going on there. New Elder Scrolls game details revealed. Let's see what that's about. Let's see with that. Let's see with that. See what we got here. That'll work. Um, Microsoft warns of large-scale click fraud campaign targeting gamers. Here we go, guys. Microsoft said it's tracking an ongoing large-scale click fraud campaign targeting gamers. Hey, I'll test it in a bit. I've got something I need you guys to help me with after the news segment, okay? Don't let me forget. The attackers monetized clicks generated by a browser, node, WebKit, or malicious browser extension secretly installed on devices. Microsoft Security Intelligence said in a sequence of tweets over the weekend. The tech giant cybersecurity division is tracking the development threat cluster under the name Dev0796. Attached chains mounted by the adversary commence with an ISO file that's downloaded onto a victim's machine upon clicking on a malicious ad or comments on YouTube. The ISO file, when opened, is designed to install a browser node WebKit or rogue browser extension. Worth noting that the ISO file masquerades as hacks and cheats for the Crunker first-person shooter game. Cheats are programs that help gamers gain an advantage beyond the available capabilities during gameplay, obviously. Also used in the attacks are DMG files, which are Apple disk image files primarily used to distribute software on macOS, indicating that the threat actors are targeting multiple operating systems. The findings arrive as Kaspersky disclosed details of another campaign that lures gamers looking for cheats on YouTube into downloading self-propagating malware capable of installing crypto miners and other information stealers. Well, I mean, they're looking for cheats on YouTube. Can I say that? They deserve it. Can I say that? The findings, let's see, malware and unwanted software distributed as cheat programs stand out as a particular threat to gamer security, especially for those who are keen on popular game series. All right, be careful out there, man. Be careful. Switch finally getting 2021 Game of the Year winner. A popular title that was the recipient of a number of Game of the Year awards in 2021 is finally poised to come to Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch Lite, and Nintendo Switch OLED consoles. While a number of great games from 2021 have already been available on Switch, Metroid Dread, Monster Hunter Rise, Death's Door, one of the most notable releases of the past year has only been tied to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC platforms. Luckily, this won't be true for much longer, as Switch owners will finally be able to play this game before 2022 wraps up. Nice, Mamzelle. So Mamzelle, if you don't actually redeem the points, it'll just give you the bot like reply. If you have to redeem it, or it'll just give you the reply. If you didn't know, that changed a while back. I'm running all my aimbots through YouTube. What do you mean? Mamzelle, what's up? There you go.
Hacker Man. He's the most powerful hacker of all time.
There you go. Yeah. Hacker Mans. Absolutely. Yeah. What's up, Mamzelle? How are you? How you been feeling lately? Announced recently by publisher EA. The critically acclaimed co-op game It Takes Two will soon be heading to Switch. Cool, man. That's actually a great game for that platform. Developed by Hazelight Studios, It Takes Two is set to come to Switch later this fall on November 4th. This version of the game will be the same as the other iterations that launched on other platforms, although it seems likely that the Switch could be a better home for the title. As mentioned, It Takes Two is one of the biggest games of the past year, and notably was awarded with the 2021 Game of the Year award at the Game Awards. Nice. Getting better? Good. One of the reasons why the Switch is such a good platform for It Takes Two is because the console naturally has two controllers built in. As such, those looking to play It Takes Two with one another can merely use the Switch's Joy-Con controllers to experience the game together. Much like other versions of It Takes Two, though, online co-op will also be supported through although the Switch will also allow for local wireless co-op through multiple Switch consoles as well. Yeah, that's a great title to go to the Switch. Yeah, not just for the because it is naturally a co-op game, and it works well in that fashion, like they talked about. But the art style flows very well for what the Switch does too. Yeah. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 finally bringing back long-requested feature. Activision and Infinity Ward have confirmed that the multiplayer component of Call of Duty MW2 will finally be bringing back a feature that fans have been requesting for years. Since the inception of the Call of Duty series, each installment has taken place from the first-person perspective, and despite being such an integral element of the franchise, Activision has briefly tried its hand at implementing a third-person perspective into certain games, notably with 2009's version of Modern Warfare 2. Despite having been absent in the series for well over a decade, this feature will finally be coming back in 2022's installment. Huh. Why? Wow, that's wild. I didn't mean why. I was getting ready to say wild, and I haven't had enough coffee, so that's how it came out. Sorry. As confirmed in a recent presentation from Activision and Infinity Ward, MW2 will look to finally bring back a third-person multiplayer game mode. The The third-person perspective isn't one that will be available to toggle on and off at will, but will instead be tied to specific playlists. As such, this means that all players in a certain multiplayer match will be using the perspective. Good. Which won't give advantages to anyone who might instead be viewing the game from the first-person viewpoint. Yes. Until people figure out a way to hack this so that they can play in third person while everybody else is playing in first person. As mentioned, this isn't the first time that Call of Duty has dabbled with the third-person mode, although it's been quite a long time since it was last implemented. Yeah. Yeah, this past weekend they had the first beta, which was just for PlayStation consoles for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I've yet to really see too much in regards to reviews about what the beta felt and looked like. So hopefully we'll see something coming up pretty soon. This coming weekend is going to be the beta that actually includes Xbox and PC platforms as well. So we'll probably get more after that also. Yeah. Oh, I'm great, my friend. Thanks for asking. Yeah. I'm good, man. Living the dream, living the dream. And my weekend was well. Yeah, weekend was good. Obviously, again, only did the news yesterday. I'm trying to play some catch up and really work hard on getting content creation done. I fell behind quite a bit going on vacations and stuff at the end of the summer here, and so I've been taking the past few Sundays to only do news segments and work on content creation and stuff, and I'm really doing it feels good. I'm getting a lot of catch up done, but I'm not going to lie. I did the news segment yesterday, and then I ate a bunch of food, and I literally passed out for like 3 or 3.5 hours in the middle of the day. I didn't even mean to. I was just like, talking to my wife. Whoa, dude, that was really, that felt weird. Let me see if this, hold on. Dude, the GIF on that was kind of jacked up. Yeah, dude. I told the wife, I was like, "Hey, we had some family coming over and stuff. They weren't here yet." And I was like, maybe. I was like, I'm gonna take a nap, And she's like, "Okay, cool," And I just went back and laid down on the bed, put a blanket on, and next thing I knew, man, I was waking up, and it was like 3.5 hours later, and I was like, wow, man, I really crashed. But then I woke up and worked on content for like most of the rest of the evening. Yeah. So, no, gamer, you're good. I actually, what was weird was, the GIF is coming out weird. I just had an update. Let me see something real quick. To my app that uses that handles all this. Apparently there's some issues right now. Hackerman's came out okay though, right? Yeah, Hackerman's came out okay. Let me see something. We might have to work on this after the news segment, but let me see something. Shake weight jam. Yeah, shake weight jam's looking weird.
Hackerman. He's the most powerful hacker of all time.
We were on a break!
Yeah, my GIFs are jacked up right now. I'm going to have to see what's going on. I'll have to see what's going on. Sorry, guys. So, on that note of points, Scaretober is like 12 days away. Okay? So I'll have sound effects hooked up and everything. We'll be doing the Dead Space games. We'll be doing Scorn. So you don't have to spend all your points right now. You'll have plenty of opportunity in Scaretober to be using points to try to scare me while we play games, all right? But that's what they're there for. I am going to try to get some other stuff set up here pretty soon, which is why I'm trying to get caught up on content creation. I've got other stuff I want to incorporate for you guys to be able to use points on. I've got some ideas, and I just haven't gotten to that point yet. Okay, I won't. Just making suggestions. That's it. Games inbox, Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 improvements, Resident Evil 9 third person, and Outrun 3. Free shot. There's been a lot of talk lately about all the various free-to-play shooters, perhaps because Fortnite is about to flip over to its new season. We were going to read about that in just a moment. But that makes me wonder whether it can be overtaken. As far as I, as an ordinary gamer, can tell, Fortnite is not as popular as it used to be. People don't talk about it constantly like they used to, but it's still the biggest of the free shooters. Its major rival, COD, Warzone, but it never managed to beat it, and so Activision are planning Warzone 2.0, which is unusual, as usually these games don't have sequels in the usual sense. That suggests Activision knows the game's too far gone, can't be fixed. You've just got to start from scratch again. That makes sense to me as someone that used to play the game a lot, but has now mostly given up because all the cheats and bugs and the whole WW2 thing being so boring. I think there's a good chance that Warzone 2.0 will be very clearly better than the first. Will it be enough to beat Fortnite? I don't think so. Well, that's just speculation. RE Village is getting a patch to play it in third person and DLC that is all set up that way. Yeah, we read about that. I don't know. This is Outrun 3. Where's that at? We've actually read about like all this already, so we'll just move on. Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 4 Paradise has arrived. Here's what's new and Battle Pass details now live. Epic Games has launched Fortnite Paradise, which is Chapter 3 Season 4 of the Battle Royale shooter, with a bunch of new content for fans to get stuck into. This time, a mysterious substance known as Chrome has taken over the island and is causing havoc with people, buildings, and things. It's also given rise to some new weapons, too. On top of that, there's a new Battle Pass, too, of course. Let's dive into that and the rest of that. What's new for this season? Chrome is the big change. Let's watch this real quick.
Tell me you're getting somewhere. We've already lost so much of the island to that Chrome.
That's not surprising given the sample's behavior. I've never seen such accelerated psychokinesis. Whoa! I'm starting to think this may be a problem.
Yeah, just watch it stand in. Yeah, let it take you. Yeah. So sit in there and watch him let it get you too, okay? Yep, Stand there and watch it, let it get you.
This isn't how it ends.
Nice play.
Suit integrity compromised. There has to be a way to fix this. Aligning to reality. 6, 5, 9.
Okay. There's our trailer. Nice. Chrome is the big change this time around, affecting the Battle Royale island Fortnite takes place on in different ways. Of course, buildings, the ground, trees, and just about everything is coated in the stuff, giving areas of the map a metallic sheen. But it's not just a cosmetic change here. The big new addition is the Chrome Splash. It's a new grenade filled with the stuff, which when thrown at walls makes them penetrable. Yep. Throw this at a solid wall and you can phase right through it like it wasn't there. Throw it on yourself. Not only do you get a T-1000-esque makeover, you also become Chrome for a limited time. When in the Chrome state, you're immune to fire damage and fall damage. When you sprint, you'll also turn into a hard-to-hit blob. which can also be used in the air as an air dash. Dashing through a building piece also makes it chrome and lets you pass right through it. Finally, there's the addition of new non-chrome ability in the fact sliding into an opponent now knocks them back thanks to the new slide kick ability. Wick, what's up, dude? There's a couple of major new points of interest on the map. Head near the now abandoned sanctuary to find Herald's Sanctum. It's a new tower of hexagons and potentially the very source of all this new chrome stuff. Meanwhile, Condo Canyon has now become cloudy condos, with the buildings on the map taking to their air in order to get away from the chrome. To help you reach it, look out for the new D launchers appearing over the map. You played it last night. What'd you think, man? Weapons-wise, there's a couple of brand new items in the arsenal. Joining the Chrome Splash is the Evo Chrome Shotgun and the Evo Chrome Burst Rifle. You'll find these in special chrome chests, with them becoming more powerful, and rarity increasing the more damage you do with them. 7.5 out of 10. Better or worse than last season? Then Port A forts have been replaced with the Port A bunker. What's good? What'd you find good and bad about it? How about that? Give me some pros and cons. It's a similar concept, specifically the chrome stuff. How are you feeling about like the chrome stuff? It's a similar concept, only the structure that now comes down is 1x1 with reinforced walls, a ramp, doors, and defensive tires. Finally, you'll now find keys dotted around the island. You can use these to open special vaults on the map. Low security vaults need 1 key, while high security vaults have more valuable loot and require 2. When you pick up a key, these vaults will be highlighted on your map, so make sure you get there and get your goodies. Here's your list of unvaulted weapons for the beginning of the new season. I'll link it. You guys can take a look. Sniper rifles have had a massive buff this season, both vaulted and unvaulted ones. They become more dangerous than ever, with some potentially ending your victory royale hopes in one shot. Like the chrome weapons ranking up with damage dealt. Cool. This season's Battle Pass, as always, brings a bunch of new outfits to earn and unlock via stars. The headline is, of course, the introduction of Spider-Gwen from the 2018 blockbuster Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Here's a full list of the skins up for grabs in the Battle Pass for this month, followed by the trailer. Spider-Gwen, Paradigm, Lennox Rose, Bites, Gris, Meow Skulls, Twin, and the Herald. See this real quick. I'm guessing this is going to show all of them. The chrome balls, is that the chrome grenades they were just referencing, talking about? That stuff? Is this like that? You can like nade yourself, right? And then you turn chrome and you can like move around faster and stuff like that. Is that the play? Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks, buddy. Right on. Okay. Alright. Cool. So this new season runs from yesterday. Oh, wait, what? Wait. Wait, what? That's a misprint. This is season, chapter 3, season 4. How long is chapter 3, season 4? Runs from Sunday, November 18th. This is supposed to be Sunday, September 18th until Saturday, December 3rd. This is a misprint. It started yesterday. This is not November. This is September. These dates might be bad. I don't know. You probably need to look on Epic's site to be confirm what the end date will be. But it started yesterday. Yeah. So this date is wrong. This was yesterday. It should be Sunday, September 18th. Yeah, it's now officially live. It started yesterday, not 2 months from now. Okay, they need to fix that. There you go. That's everything you need to know about the new Fortnite season. Thanks, Wick. Appreciate it, buddy. For your input, man. Nintendo clears up confusion over The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom's title. Nintendo provided some clarification about the title to the long-awaited sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Earlier this week, Nintendo revealed the title of the next Zelda game as The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. However, fans of the popular Nintendo franchise were confused whether tears referred to crying or whether it referred to something being ripped apart. Tears or tears. After all, both could fit in the context of the game. The kingdom appears to be visually tearing apart, with pieces of Hyrule floating in the sky. However, the most recent trailer showed a carving of a being surrounded by 7 tear-like objects, which could refer to physical teardrops. Eurogamer reached out to Nintendo and received some much-needed clarification about the new game. Sure enough, Tears of the Kingdom refers to teardrops and not rips. This means that the Tears of the Kingdom are most certainly items which players need to collect through more traditional dungeons. Fans are scouring over the few brief looks we've gotten from The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, tears, trying to figure out any clue or tease about the game's upcoming plot. The new game appears to use the same map as Breath of the Wild, although it obviously has more to explore with both islands in the sky and underground dungeons to explore. The game will also bring back some popular features from Breath of the Wild, such as stables and dragons. Most importantly, we could also get some answers about the Zonai, a mysterious tribe that predated the Shike, but disappeared thousands of years before the start of Breath of the Wild. Cool. Tears of the Kingdom. It's not a tearing kingdom. It's a tearing kingdom. New Elder Scrolls game details revealed. Details about a new Elder Scrolls tabletop game have been revealed. Okay. This is tabletop stuff. If you want to take a look, I'll give it to you. This is not video games, so we're going to move on. But there you go. We got tabletop fans in here, so if you're interested, there it is in chat. Modder brings first-person camera to Marvel Spider-Man. Check this out. Vertigo! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. It does look cool. God, it's a little bit rough though, in my opinion. Like, I don't know that I would want to play with the head shake so bad on it, like, or the camera shake, right? Like, the camera shake is so intense, which I guess would be a little more realistic, but God, it feels rough to watch. And it seems like it'd feel rough to play too. Yeah, I mean, even just like whenever you see his web shoot out, the camera like shakes real bad, you know, and it's like, good night. I think it'd be a really interesting play, but dude, I just think they need to tone it down a bit with how rough the camera shake is. I understand wanting it to be immersive and realistic and everything, but bro, to an extent, you've got to hit like a real nice midpoint of making it playable as well, I think. And just watching it feels like a little bit rough to me. What they probably need to do is incorporate some kind of like slider for how much of like head shake and everything happens. Because different people are going to feel different about that. Absolutely. That's cool though. That's really cool. Coolest part of Insomniac's recently ported to PC 18 Spider-Man's game is its web slinging. Expanding on the system from Treyarch's classic Spider-Man 2 movie tie-in, swinging through Insomniac's open world is exhilarating. the uncoolest part of the recently ported to PC 2018 Spider-Man's game is that it cost full price for a 4-year-old game. Modder Jedi Josh 920 is looking to up the thrill factor at the expense of your stomach with a first-person mod for the game. In a video demonstration uploaded to YouTube, Josh shows Spidey swinging around Manhattan from the new perspective. It's already pretty intense in video form. I got that sense of my stomach dropping that's usually reserved for roller coasters or downhill biking GoPro footage. I'm also surprised at just how well it seems to work. The movement is still legible, and I didn't feel confused or turned around at any point while watching. Spidey's animations translate really well to first person too. I especially like how his hands look while climbing or the way his legs come into view at the top of a swing. The trailer doesn't feature any combat, which I have to imagine would be extra tricky given the game's zippy Arkham-esque battling. An ideal solution might be the ability to toggle between first and third person depending on gameplay demands, though Jedi Josh already got the swinging working despite my expectations. Jedi Josh 920 hasn't released the project for download yet, but when he does, you can likely find it on his Nexus mods page. You can also follow the creator on YouTube. Here you go, guys. Give it to you in case you're interested in following this. Oh, yeah, it's a mod, yeah. But, for what this individual is doing, it looks really good. I just feel like it needs... It looks cool. It looks cool. Don't get me wrong. Just it's that amount of shake and camera wobble and stuff is not going to be for everybody. Can't be gameplay view. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. They just placed the camera on the model's face, not thinking, yeah, Pinky, yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely a mod, yeah. But yeah, that would be the gameplay view. Absolutely. It's just first person, right? They just took the game, they basically modded, put the camera view on the right there, like you said, right on Spider-Man's face, and but that dude, I can tell you, I wouldn't want to play it like that with the way it looked to me. It would just, it's a really cool idea, but the amount of camera shake and everything would just get really, really brutal for me. So I don't know. But that's cool, man. You see a lot more of this kind of thing happening. Like, even with The Witcher 3, right? I mean, The Witcher 3 got modded to where you can play the entire game in first-person mode. Is that going to be much more difficult? Absolutely. But people are just, taking it upon themselves to mod third-person games into first-person mode constantly. And it quite often comes out being a pretty cool experience, So this looks neat. Session Skate Sim releases release date, gameplay trailer, and story. Relive the golden age of street skating by doing a kickflip. Read on. Yeah. Let's watch this real quick. Yo, dude, we had a crazy storm last night. Like tornado watches and it was raining and like thunderstorms. Super crazy, man. It was awesome. Loved it. Slept like a rock, dude. I've always enjoyed a decent skateboarding game, whether it be realistic or even more on the arcade style of things like Tony Hawk stuff. I've always enjoyed a decent skateboarding game. As the name suggests, Session Skate Sim is a skateboarding simulator. Developers of Session take pride in the game's realistic physics. The game mostly uses a controller as the game relies on the controller's analog sticks. Each of the two sticks represents one of the player's feet. Oh, that's wild. As with actual skateboarding, skaters must learn to control their feet and master how to transfer their weight. Players who skate in real life will most likely have an advantage going into this game. However, this doesn't mean that the game is not welcoming to newcomers. Although the controls may take some getting used to, Mastering them will unlock so many possibilities for you. There are also 4 difficulty levels available, so players can adjust them if they think they're having a hard time or if they want a challenge. Unlike other skateboarding simulation games already released, Session Skate Sim does not have a scoring system. The developers don't expect you to carry out extremely complicated tricks to try and rack up points. The focus of the game is on what the player wants to do. Whether the player wants to grind on all the rails, just do a kickflip after kickflip, they are free to do so. The players are only limited by their imagination. The game also has a built-in video editor, allowing players to edit and share their best tricks. Players can record their tricks in a variety of locations, several of which are based on actual famous skating locations. Choose the location you want and do those sick moves you've always wanted to do. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's a bad play, really. I mean, if they're going after a realistic kind of skating experience, incorporating combos and scoring and things like that quite often encourages people to play more of an arcade style of play in a game like this. So it's probably not a bad play. It looks cool. New Xbox update for PC adds popular game tracking feature. A new update for the Xbox app on PC has added an extremely popular game tracking feature that is tied to Game Pass. While Xbox users might play on Xbox One or Series X or S, Microsoft has slowly been looking to beef up its platform on PC in recent years. Now it seems like the gaming megacorp has been able to accomplish this goal in a notable manner thanks to some of the additions in this new update. As part of the new patch for the Xbox app, Microsoft has now implemented How Long to Beat. We talked about this. I'm not going to read through the rest of this. Basically, they collaborated with How Long to Beat website, right? That's what I thought this was going to be about, but I just wanted to make sure. Beyond the inclusion of How Long to Beat, the Xbox app is also said to have now gotten a bit faster on PC. Compared to the previous version of the software, the Xbox app should now launch 15% faster. Additionally, the app should perform a bit better overall, with crashes now having been greatly diminished. In short, it's great to see that Microsoft remains committed to improving its presence in the PC space through novel updates such as this. Yes. It's pouring. Sorry, dude. I love rain though, so stay dry. Maybe put the top on the lifted Prius. That hard top, put the hard top on the lifted Prius. You'll be all right. Picked a bad day to have to take paperwork into the back. Yeah. Bank. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah. So, basically on Game Pass, they've collaborated with How Long to Beat, which is this site here. I'll show you. Where now on Game Pass, so like search your favorite game. Like let's see how slow I was for Witcher 3. Okay. So what we get? Complete Edition. Game of the Year Edition. Completionist. 190 hours, dude. What? Jowick. Lightning. I didn't jump. You did. Who's cutting onions? Not me. This is a bit different. So like 173 hours. So you can see like basically what this website does, right? This website basically takes any game you want. It'll throw in like just main story, How Long to Beat, main plus extra, How Long to Beat, and completionist, How Long to Beat, right? Like, and it gives you different idea of how long it might take you to beat a game. And they also will like right here you can see it has Blood and Wine, it has Heart of Stone. So it can give you a pretty nice idea of what kind of gamer you are or what specifically you're trying to get out of a particular title, how long it's going to take you to get through that piece of software, that game, right? And what they've done is Game Pass has collaborated with How Long to Beat, and now these stats show up on Game Pass for the titles that you're going to be playing, yeah, which is really neat. No Place for Bravery, release date, gameplay trailer, and story. Let's see what this is. Fight through a beautiful yet dangerous world to make your family whole once more. Keep reading to learn more about No Place for Bravery. Its release date, gameplay, and story. Let's see this real quick. This September. Oh, that was cool. What? Is that a botchling that just came out of that body? Available in 3 days. All right. No Place for Bravery is a 2D top-down action role-playing game. The store page boasts to have a brutal Sekiro-esque 2D combat. That is to say, this game is, very unforgiving. Do not let the 2D graphics of the game fool you. This game is very brutal, bloody, and difficult. Most of your time will be spent fighting various enemies, from your fellow men to giant monstrosities. The combat in this game is very Soulsborne-like. Player can attack enemies and block their attacks. They may also dodge them. A variety of weapons are also available to the player, allowing for varied gameplay styles. It is important to remember, however, this isn't just a hack and slash game. Like with any Soulsborne game, the player must also learn their enemies' attack patterns. Avoiding attacks is a must in Soulsborne games, so it only follows that it must also be done here. Avoiding attacks lessens the times the player has to heal or worse, restart from a previous checkpoint. This game will not babysit the player, so they must enter the game prepared to die quite a lot. When you're not off dying, however, you can explore the hauntingly beautiful landscapes of No Place for Bravery. Exploration is another important aspect of this game. As you will be traveling the land to fulfill your mission, the player will meet various other characters, both allies and foes. You will not be alone in your journey across this grotesque land. The story follows Thorn, an old warrior who decided to hang up his weapons and become a tavern keeper. Thorn is resolved to spend the rest of his life quietly away from the war and fighting he had become accustomed to. This all changes, however, when Thorn sees the entity responsible for his daughter's abduction all those years ago. Once more, Thorn picks up his arms with the company of Fid, his disabled foster son. Thorn travels the land once more in search of his long-lost daughter. So it wasn't a botchling, man. It was just Fid inside a human body. Okay, cool. Make me whole OA. Similar to There Is No Light. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever played that. Came out on Steam in 4 hours? Don't worry, I'd keep the lights on for you, Pinky. Yo, I'll look up There Is No Light. Before we close out the news segment, I'll look up There Is No Light and the other one that you recommended earlier too, the Alien one. Cool. Alien Cube or whatever. We're almost finished with these articles, so then I'll look those up and we'll take a quick peek at them. Thanks, Pinky. With $70 games and rising PS5 costs, Sony's pro gamer words sound hollow. Agreed. I was just actually talking about this. That article we read about Spider-Man actually didn't say. I acted like it read that way, but I said this whenever we read that article. That game came out 4 years ago, and because it got a PC port, they still charged full price like it was a brand new game, which feels real bad. with $70, after charging $70 for new games, and not only new games, but ports like Spider-Man. I think it's what, 60? What's Spider-Man at? 60. 4-year-old game, remastered and ported to PC, costs $60. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good, dude. Sony's affirmations about knowing what's best for PlayStation gamers sounds hollow. Sony Interactive CEO Jim Ryan has pledged to do what is best for PlayStation gamers. The company's current consumer-facing trends are more favorable for the company as a whole. Exactly. I mean, this goes right along with like how hesitant and basically just resistant they are to providing any kind of backwards compatibility to a great extent for us as that have been loyal customers to them over the years. You know, they've done little things here and there, but nothing to the extent of like what Xbox is doing. Sony management, and look, this is coming from somebody that has been a Sony fan for a very long time as far as gaming is concerned. But I'm seeing a lot more that I like coming out of Xbox nowadays than I am of Sony. Sony management has publicly opposed Microsoft's buyout of Activision Blizzard. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan has outright said that giving Microsoft, quote, giving Microsoft control of Activision games like Call of Duty would have major negative implications for gamers. That this has sparked interesting discussions from gamers, namely PlayStation fans who are being adversely affected by Sony's recent business decisions. Sony's assertions of doing what's best for gamers is currently a tough sell. The company, who made over $24 billion from PlayStation last year, has officially raised the price of the PS5 consoles in nearly all global worldwide markets outside of the US. The price hike comes at an interesting point. And on this note, Xbox also came out and said, despite what Sony's doing, we will not raise the prices of our consoles. This price hike comes at an interesting point. Sony is set to magnify its hardware earnings because this cost increase is timed simultaneously with two major breakthroughs. One breakthrough is a series of record-breaking PlayStation console shipments. Sony is about to ship more PS5s than it ever has before, and it's implied the console scarcity will ensure all units are sold through to consumers. Here's the thing: it would be different if this was had some upgraded hardware in it or whatever. I think the only thing different here is that it's been kind of revamped to be a little bit lighter. That's about it. It's not like a PS5 Pro or anything, you know. The other major breakthrough is that Sony has released a brand new PS5 model that's 1.3 pounds lighter, disc version, than the original 2020 launch model. This might not sound like a big deal on its own, but this lighter weight means Sony will pay a lot less to ship its new PS5s overseas. Sony plans to ship 18 million PS5 consoles by March 2023. The new revised PS5 model will reduce a portion of these shipments by at least many millions of pounds. The new PS5 model also reduces manufacturing costs by using a more streamlined, optimized, and lighter cooling system. Sony is saving money on the key spending points for any consumer hardware, manufacturing, production, and shipment costs. It's not just hardware that's getting more expensive. Another key part of the modern PS business is the new $70 price tag that's set for all new first-party PlayStation 5 games. Sony was one of the first companies to introduce the new, more expensive $70 MSRP alongside the PS5 and Xbox Series XS console generation. Other publishers like Activision Blizzard and Take-Two Interactive followed suit. This trend continued as EA jumped on board, and then publishers like Square started charging the new MSRP. Ubisoft is also about to charge $69.99 for Skull and Bones, and has said that all future AAA current-gen games would be priced accordingly. Microsoft, Sega, and Capcom remain as the $60 price. Good on them. I hope they stand firm there. Sony has sparked criticism and pushback from fans with its controversial $70 Ghost of Tsushima re-release. Sony has introduced two price hikes across both hardware and software. The motivations are clear, though. Sony is an overseas company, relies on foreign exchange rates to perceive company value and earnings. The inflation-heavy market had dropped the value of the Japanese yen, which caused PlayStation operating income to crashed by almost 50% in the Q1 period. Gamers aren't convinced that Sony's assertions of doing what's best for PlayStation fans rings true. Following Sony's comments on Call of Duty and the ongoing price adjustments to PlayStation gaming hardware and software, gamers have described the issues in 4 words: arrogant, Sony is back. Sony has been resistant to embrace many of the forward-thinking gaming trends over the past few years, including cross-platform play, which is now enabled on PlayStation hardware, and bringing games to PC, which it also now does as well, but not to the same extent that Xbox does. To be fair, again, Xbox is owned by Microsoft. Microsoft manufactures Windows, which makes it very, very easy for them to do day one Xbox releases also on PC, right? But Sony, while they have recently come out and committed to this Sony PC thing, we don't know yet how long it's going to take them to release their games on PC. It won't. I highly doubt that they will be doing day one PC game releases for their PlayStation proprietary console releases. You know, I just don't think it's going to happen. One of the biggest things that Sony is struggling with is innovating on its services lineup. The company recently merged with PlayStation Plus, merged PS Plus with PlayStation Now, creating a new 3-tiered subscription model with varying benefits. The most expensive tier, PlayStation Plus Premium, costs $120 a year and includes access to classic games, streamable titles, only PS Plus benefits, and free monthly PS Plus games. There's just one area that Sony isn't ready to embrace: the Game Pass method. Sony still has no plans to release its first-party PS4 and PS5 games day and date on PlayStation Plus. Game Pass is hailed as the best value in gaming, and for good reason. It offers access to over 400 games across PC, consoles, and even mobile devices, and all first-party Xbox games are released on the service. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan says that this kind of business model would interrupt Sony's virtuous cycle, which essentially sees Sony compounding its success and growth by reinvesting in top-quality content. In short, Sony doesn't think it can make nearly as much money as it does now through the Game Pass model, and lower profits equals lower investment, which in turn equals lower quality. The logic here is that what is best for Sony is also what's best for gamers. When Sony gets more money, it can reinvest into higher quality hardware, games, products, and services. As PlayStation grows, the quality of its content grows too. So far, this trend seems to be technically true. PlayStation 5 games do deliver high-quality graphics and other in-game upgrades, but the core of the logic is still built on profits and growth instead of goodwill to gamers. Yup. Also remember that Sony is spreading its investments across multiple segments outside of games. There are 11 different films and TV shows currently in development based on PlayStation IPs. This transmedia content does often spark game sales and engagement. However, it's never a guaranteed bet. Known PlayStation production adaptations right now: Days Gone, Gravity Rush, The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Twisted Metal, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Gran Turismo, and Ghost of Tsushima twice. Misprint, I think. Finally, Sony is also focusing on multiple different kinds of game types, including free-to-play titles and live games. While billed as AAA titles, this particular segment is typically a far cry from premium mega hits like God of War, Spider-Man, and The Last of Us. Did you guys hear me right then? Sony's emphasis on delivering great quality may fall short with these titles simply by virtue of their delivery mechanisms and business models. Live games are predicated on monetization and microtransactions, not premium full game sales. And gameplay mechanics, lore, story, and other features are all typically dictated by these models. What is most interesting about the PlayStation business is how Sony makes disproportionately more money from third-party games versus third-party titles. Sony sells more copies of third-party games than it does its own first-party mega hits, and also makes far and away more revenue from third-party games like Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex Legends than it does from its own games. PlayStation generates most of its revenues from what it calls add-on content, which includes microtransactions, DLC, and expansions. Since add-on content makes the most out of any other segment, it's not hard to imagine that free-to-play hits like the aforementioned games are generating the bulk of PS cash. That's why Sony is reinvesting money from its virtuous cycle into live games. Sony saw that Activision Blizzard is making $1.3 billion from its platform in 2021 and wants its own slice of the pie. Sony isn't content with watching other developers and publishers make billions while it keeps a 30% cut. Sony wants to make its own live games that generate billions and keep 100% of the revenue. It's also a big reason why Sony purchased Bungie for $3.7 billion. All of these things, PlayStation revenues, the ongoing efforts to reduce manufacturing costs, weight, and maximize hardware profits, and an emphasis on driving up costs for consumers while steadily trying to invest in growth markets, add important clarity to specific promises and phrases from executive leadership. It will be interesting to see what effect the ongoing inflation market will have on the world of video games, especially as consumers now have to weigh every dollar carefully against a rising cost of living. It's a pretty good article right there. That's a pretty good article. Derek Strickland, great job, Derek Strickland. Great job. I liked that article quite a bit. Derek Strickland from Tweaktown. Great job. You know, there's another console maker out of Japan that hasn't said anything about raising their prices. You know, for their consoles. Just saying. All right, here's the last article I have for today. We'll read this. We got a couple of games we're going to check out real quick, and that'll be it unless somebody has anything else to add here in chat that we should discuss or review or check out before we move on to Cult of the Lamb Day 5, all right? New Red Dead Redemption remaster leak gets quickly debunked. A new rumor associated with a remaster of Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption has been quickly shot down. As of this morning, a substantial leak associated with the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series began circulating on the internet. In the wake of this leak, it was briefly thought that a new look at a remastered version of RDR also happened to have come about from the same breach. As we've now learned, though, this isn't the case after all. Yeah, not long after today's massive GTA 6, this was yesterday, GTA 6 leak, new images of what seemed to be a remaster of RDR began circling online. These images didn't stem from Rockstar Games at all. Instead, they happened to come from someone who had been working on their own fan-made remaster of RDR. This was notably pointed out by the appearance of a certain UI element that was seen in some of the images. Specifically, this element was said to be associated with an Xbox 360 emulator, which all but proves that this leak was nothing more than a fan mod. Another way that we know this rumor is false comes from reports that we've heard in recent months. Specifically, various Rockstar insiders have shared the studio is entirely focused on the development of GTA 6 at the moment. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not doing anything with RDR, but it's probably a pretty good, idea that they aren't focused on anything else. Yeah, there it is. Let's take a quick look at a couple of these titles. What do we have here? What was the first one you told me about, Pinky? There it is. Alien Cube. Alien Cube.
Ah, no, no, no!
Nice. Dead bodies everywhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Bro. The alien cube. Huh. Show me something good right now. Show me something good right now, right now, right now!
Achieved with CryEngine.
Very positive, huh? 190 reviews. It's been out for almost a year now. Huh. Wow. Thanks, dude. And the other was There's No Line, right? That sounds familiar. I just can't picture it right now. Go, dude. What a banger. Yeah, for sure, Pinky, yeah. Cool, man. I don't know if I remember seeing that ever. The name sounded familiar. Yeah, it's on my wish list. Yeah, I had to. It was already on there, so. Wow. Cool, thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. Yeah. We'll unlock in approximately 4 hours! What'd you say about it? I don't see 4 hours. Yeah. Yeah, that's usually the way that works, too. Quite often, yeah. That's funny. Alright, cool, man. Cool. That's it for the news segment. We're going to be moving on to our day 5 of Cult of the Lamb. I think we're going to start be able to start pushing some in-game stuff in Cult of the Lamb at this point, which is cool. And we'll probably do a little bit of Shatterline later today as well. I'm really enjoying that game. We'll probably play some more. So, thanks to everybody that is part of this community. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate you very much. And especially everybody that was part of today's news segment. Thanks very much. If you're viewing this content on YouTube and you're enjoying it, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself and the rest of this amazing community whenever we go live at 6 o'clock a.m. CST every single day. And we start off all of our streams with video gaming news before we head into whatever video game content we have slated for the rest of the day, okay? Also, consider hitting that like and subscribe button for me if you wouldn't mind. And other than that, you guys just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for September 20th edition of Video Gaming News. All right?